Hey guys, it's Nicole with Beauty and the Brush. So today's tutorial is about contouring. We all know that Kim Kardashian is like the mecca of contouring. Really great. I don't know how to explain it. Really great cheekbones. You can see her jawline. Everything is just gorgeous. But some people don't know what contouring is, how to do it, and the benefits and the effects of it. So that's what today's tutorial is going to be about. Today I'm going to be using my dupe for this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, I think is what it's called. People on YouTube like swear by this, so I tried it, and yeah, it's the exact same thing. So this is the Monistat Chafing Relief Powder Gel. I'll get you some of that. $6, seriously. Smashbox primer is like 30 bucks. So this is what it looks like. It's gel. It's the exact same thing as Smashbox. So I just take a really small amount, pea-sized, and just lightly dab that all along the T-zone. And I take another one, and I kind of go around the spots that I put that on. Okay, and then I just kind of blend that through. Alright, very good. I'm going to start with my eyes, and this is my MAC Painterly paper. So I'm just going to matte out my eyes, so I'm just going to put that all over and underneath. Alright. Next I'm going to apply my foundation, and today I'm using the Avon Cashmere Finish Liquid Foundation. This is in Creamy Natural. And as usual, I'm just going to apply an amount to the back of my hand. Sometimes I have to put more on, but I always start with that. And today I'm going to be using my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Just get a small amount of that and just kind of start down the middle. I'm just putting this on my face to begin with. Okay, and now I'm going to blend that in. You can use a brush, you can use your fingers, you can use those makeup sponge wedges. Whatever you feel most comfortable with. If you use your fingers, makeup tip 101. Get you one of those pocket antibacterial little things from, you can get them anywhere, but you know, if you go to Bath and Body Works, get you one of those, keep it with your makeup, and put that on your hands before you touch your skin with your fingers. Because one, the alcohol will dry out the oils that are on your fingers so that you don't put more oil on your skin and then cause blemishes. Also, you have crazy amounts of germs and dirt on your fingers because you touch everything, obviously. And you're just going to get that all over your face. Okay? Nice even base. Alright, next I'm going to conceal, and I'm going to use, okay, so first I'm going to conceal. So let me tell you what that is. That is the lightening part of the entire contouring effect. So for me, I have dark circles under my eyes. So I use this for my under eyes. The point of contouring, I was never an art student, so I never learned lights, shadows, things like that. But it applies to makeup because it's an art. It's about painting a face and learning how to bring things in and out. We do shadows and creases and all that kind of, that goodness, blush. This would be like your clean palette. So there's not a lot of shape to it. It's a round face, okay? So what we do when we contour is we apply dark to set back and light to bring forward. Okay, so anything highlighted, your eye is going to go to that first. You have glossy lipstick on, you see that, right? You have white in here, you have white in the corners, you see that. When you have bronzer on, it can really look bad. It can look muddy, it can look overdone, you can look brown, you can look orange. So the idea is to learn how to apply that correctly so that it looks good. So I'm going to start with the concealer, and what this is going to do is create my base to highlight, okay? So I'm going to twist this and get some product on there. And then I'm going to apply that right underneath right here. I always apply it in a triangle shape so that what you're doing is highlighting this whole area. That'll take away the darkness and it'll bring the light out, okay? See? For today, I'm going to show you guys highlighting and such, I'm going to apply this down my nose. Right here to the Cupid's bow. And right here on my chin. Okay? So while that's cooking, I'm going to just apply my Studio Finish concealer and cover up some blemishes on my face. Alright, so next I'm going to blend that in. And to do that, I'm going to use my Real Techniques Shadow Dome brush. Domed Shadow brush. I've been calling it the wrong thing this whole time. Okay. We're not spreading it. We're keeping it where it's at. And all we're doing is blending it into the skin. So I'm not pushing this over. I'm simply just blending it in. Okay? You could even take what's on the brush and just push that into the right onto the brow bone right there. Okay? Alright, next I'm going to set that. So what I'm going to use to set that is the NYX HD Studio Finishing Powder. This is a white powder. Can you see that? That's crazy, right? Okay, you just take your brush, you dab it in, tap it off, and then you just push onto the skin. Just pat the skin. Right over the nose, right on the cheeks. I'm sorry, the chin. And right there. And all that does, like I said, is just set it in place. It keeps it from moving around. Okay. Next, I'm going to apply my powder. Okay? Okay. So, as you can tell, we have a very matted out, even tone face. Okay? So, I think in the camera you can't tell that the under eyes are concealed that well, but they do look better. Trust me. They look better. Okay, next we're going to start with the contouring. And to do that, I'm going to use my NYX Matte Bronzer. This is in Narcissistic. It's breaking. I don't want to spill it. I have to get another one. Yes. One, get a bronzer that doesn't have any shimmer in it. So a matte bronzer. You don't want shimmer for this. You can use a powder that's darker than your skin tone, you can go, I would say go 2 shades darker at the minimum. It just kind of depends on how bold you want it, okay? So I like this and I use this, but you can definitely get a powder that's, a face powder that's darker. Just remember, no shit. Okay, so next I'm going to use my Duo Fiber contouring brush. I'm going to sweep it through, tap off the extra, and kind of brush it like that. Okay? Contouring, like I said, is about putting a shadow effect in to pull it back. So to create your jawline, you want to put a line in that's going to make your face look like it's sunken in, basically, but in a good, healthy way. So to do that, you want to create a line right underneath your jawbone, right here. And the best way to manage that line, to learn how to do it, is to take your brush, even it up with the top of your ear to the corner of your mouth, and that's where your line is going to be. Same on the other side. You can suck your mouth in, and get the same effect, okay? After you do it for a while, you kind of learn where that line is that you know you're going to go over. So you're just going to start by sweeping this across, starting down, okay? Starting top down. Okay, see that? Then you're going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to go back and blend all this in. I just kind of want to show you where it goes. Right here on the temple, I kind of just pat that in. And then up here in the hairline. And then I go under here to kind of create this jaw line right here. You can use a brush, you can use the same brush, but to go down your nose, to kind of contour your nose, I always recommend getting a smaller brush. You could use like this e.l.f. crease brush and go down the sides, but you wouldn't want to use a big brush like this because it's just going to put a bunch of product all the way down your nose right here. So something fine, condensed, and small. Okay, so what I use is this Essential Foundation brush by Real Techniques, and you can see it's kind of angled and pointed. And I just dab that in, kind of brush it off, and then I just draw down the side of my nose starting from the eyebrow. Can you hear my animals in the background? I'm sorry. You're gonna get to know my animals quite well, they're loud. Okay, can you see that line? By all means, start light and learn how to build up. I'm kind of doing, not necessarily exaggerated for y'all so you can see it, but one, I've been doing it enough that I know what it's going to turn out to look like. 2, I want you guys to be able to see it. Okay? Can you see that? So I can tell, I hope you guys can tell the difference. So you're going to cut in right here. You have an accentuated jawline right here. It makes your face go in, straight line, structured face. Okay? Next we're going to blend that in. And I'm going to go back with my contouring brush. And I'm just going to start blending that up. Down the neck. So you can tell that it's different. All right. Next, I'm going to apply some blush. And today I'm going to use my NYX Rose Garden. This is that bright pink blush that I was talking about. And I'm going to use my large angled contour brush by Sigma. Dab that in. The best thing to do to get a good application of blush is to smile. So it feels funny to smile like at yourself, but it just starts to become second nature. So I'm just going to pat that right here. And then push it up. Right on top of this. So not necessarily covering it, but definitely making your cheeks. Next we're going to highlight. So to do that I'm going to use my NYX Illuminator. This is in Narcissistic. So I just sweep this around, again, tab off the extra, and I'm just going to apply this right on top of where I applied that blush. I like to dab it on. You don't want to come too much under here, just right on top. Basically right on top of the places that we put some concealer at. So see how highlighted my Cupid's bow looks in my nose? Okay? So you can see where the light attracts and where it cuts in. And I went from having like a round, muted out face to now I have structure and a shaped nose. Okay? So that's your basic contouring. After that, it's pretty much everything up to you. Like I like to apply a small amount of eyebrows and some eyeliner and some mascara. So I'm gonna do that and then show you guys the finished look. I have the weirdest song in my head right now, Ridin Dirty, but all in my head, I don't even know that song. I listen to that kind of music. But all that I hear in my head is, they're gonna see me riding dirty, you're gonna see me riding dirty. That's like it. I can't hear like anything else. Okay, so here's your finished look. I didn't apply a lot of eye makeup. I went through the crease with Urban Decay's Sin, and then I did my eyebrows, and I put on a little bit of mascara. But I didn't want to do a whole lot of makeup because I didn't want to take away from the contouring effect that we went over. So if you can tell, I should have done like a before and after, but if you can tell how how it's contoured right here. Okay, so that's basically contouring 101. Just remember that dark makes a shadow and it pulls it back. Anything that you have lightened, that's what people are going to see. Okay, so just be sure that you're not overdoing it anywhere. You don't have too much shimmer. You don't have too much bronzer with shimmer because it can look bad. You can make it look muddy. You can make it look overdone, and you can certainly make it look too shimmery and like you are trying to pull drag when you don't have the rest of the stuff to go with it. So just keep in mind, just start light and you can build up from there. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was beneficial to you. If you have questions about contouring, definitely leave those in the comments. Find me on Facebook, and I think the Facebook is like next, right here next to it in the sidebar somewhere, and that'll show you the link to my Facebook. And leave me questions or comments like, hey Nicole, you're doing it wrong, did you know that? But you know, whatever. So I hope this was beneficial to you, and now I'm just gabbing, so I'll talk to you later. Bye.